Okay, why is this? I thought closed Discord. Discord must have automatically opened. Okay, it did. Quit Discord. Thank you.
Depending on how you have it set up, Discord tries to make itself an automatic
Yeah, I just
app.
downloaded and installed it because I'm gonna play, see if the camera. Sometimes Discord grabs the camera better. I was like, I'm gonna test it real quick, and then you're ready to go. So like, I'm not gonna test it. But yeah, I just downloaded. So I haven't changed any settings. So I got a new hard drive. I got a terabyte SSD, which makes everything so much better. But and you got to set up everything new again. And what's up, Twitch?
Hello, US Nate Scout. I'm trying to remember how big my hard drive is. My SSD. I have a hybrid. I have an SSD and an HDD.
And the same thing because that's a hybrid drive.
No, it's not truly a hybrid drive. I've got two drives.
Okay, I have the same thing. I have two separate drives, a regular drive and an SSD.
Yeah, my SSD is only 500 gigs, but my HDD is 3 terabytes. All right.
Pick another one at random. Shift works.
Shiftworks is from Canada. And he plays WoW with someone I work with.
That's right. That's right.
He was actually down here in Chattanooga when we were in Chicago. Before we knew when GoFest was last year, originally
Yeah,
I was planning on meeting up with him.
yeah. And you're like, screw you, man. I'm out.
Oh, US Nate code, US Nate Scout wants
Nate
your code.
code.
Yep. I went about a month and a half ago. I went through and purged a bunch of friends that were no longer active in Pokemon Go. They done been
Gotcha.
purged.
Oh, guess who I talked to today?
Your wife.
Now, if I can help it. Nah, that's not true. I'm messing
Who did you
with
talk to today? Ibit?
Brian underscore Ibbett. No, you're the only underscore in my heart. No, yeah. I'm
That's
doing a
right.
new thing,
Embrace the
and I talked to.
underscore.
I'm doing a new, yeah. I'm doing a new project, and talked to Brian for I don't know about an hour today.
Okay. How's he doing?
Busy as always.
Did you
He's
ask
doing
him
good.
about his 3D printer?
Crapo. I did not. You know what? I'm just going to go with the Creality.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it as long as you're good, because neither one of us. Yeah, I think honestly, and I'm being truthful here. I think if we were supposed to look at something else, the universe would have fired up one of us to talk to somebody, to look something else up, do something different. It's in our price range, and I'll just order it. In fact, I got a video off of TikTok that I'm going to put on our.
Clearly, we need that like $6,000 laser etcher that I sent you 6 months ago.
Yeah.
That's within our budget, right?
Yeah, we need a few more patrons. Just one or two more. One or two more patrons, and we can do that. Do laser etching for everybody. Uh Man, is there a way? Oh, okay. Nope. I turned my monitor off. Don't want to do that. I'll play with it later. But there's buttons, on the monitors that you buy, and you have to play with them. But I think I can dim my screen down to where it's not getting me.
Mm, I see what you're saying.
If I'd only read the description when I ordered this, and I ordered it a while back, ordered it and realized it's not mountable. If it's mountable, it'd be a good 3 inches back now from me, which I think would take just the last bit of glare on my face. Because this is what we talk about pre-show, that we need makeup to look like TV people so we don't glare everywhere.
No thanks.
Although I'll say Twitch does a really good job of toning it down.
All right. I'm going to draw you a card from the deck of many things. Let's see what you get.
I'm going to roll some dice and see how many topics I'm going to let you speak about.
And bam. Ooh, it's a good one. Let me check the Dungeon Master's Guide. You can tell it's a good one because it's red. The black ones are bad.
And you get to talk about 3 things tonight.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
You got the gem card.
What does that mean?
You get 25 pieces of jewelry that are worth 2,000 gold pieces each.
Awesome. Hey, Joe, Nicole says you're being quiet.
Oh. How about now? It's pre-due, Joe. I just need my microphone to be a little bit closer to me, I suspect. Because I haven't changed any of my settings. Yeah. I was too far away from the mic.
I've been forgetting to play in the Go Battle League. Honestly, it's a lot of fun when I do it. I forget it exists. And she says, better butter.
I haven't heard them say they're extending the Go Battle League.
I have not heard that either.
The walking.
But in my field research, I've got win the Go Battle League.
Win it.
Literally, wait, let it focus. Come on. There you go. There. Yeah, win the Go Battle League.
In the Go Battle League.
Yeah, win in doesn't sound good enough. Win the Go Battle League.
Just
I figure they just
win it.
It's the Terry Wolf challenge, you know. Satellite, my eyes. You. All right, where's my recording? Oh, it's that time.
Yeah, it is that time. Random trivia. You okay? You look puzzled.
Yeah, I went through this thing to make sure that I had PGP message. Basically, this other project, I'd go through and said, hey, here's where all the files are, because you can do that with Reaper if stuff's moved around, which it has recently. If it's moved around, then Reaper will go, where'd you move it? And you go right here, and as long as it's on the one file, go lay it in. And like, cool. You know what? I bet you I didn't hit save when I closed it. I bet you it just closed out. That's what it is. But I was confused because it automatically opened up on that project, because that was the last thing I was doing before I closed it, to play a little XCOM Chimera, which I really enjoy. And so anyway, yeah, that's why I was confused. It's because it's like, wait a minute, I already did this process. All right, it is recording. How about you, Joe? You recording or whatever?
Never. No,
good enough for me. Like to hear it? Here we go. And welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast. Still 100% EBIT free, but we are trying to improve that daily by adding in some more fresh EBIT. I am Charles McFall. Right there is Joseph, Mr. Underscore Art.
Mr. Underscore.
How's it going, Joe?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, glad you survived another man. What is up with my tongue today? Lickitung is in the house. This whole pad. And Look at what are you fighting about? We're starting the show. What are you fighting battles for, Joe? Man, like I don't watch on Twitch. I'm a professional. I'm trying to get things going.
It's okay.
Man.
I'm gonna lose. It's okay.
All right. Here's a few things you need to know before we get this going. Our show is everywhere you want to be. We are the Amex Podcast. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Twitch, and YouTube, and all the other podcatchers that are out there. So go find us and watch us live on Twitch at 8 p.m. Almost at 7 p.m. I don't know why. 8 p.m. Eastern here on twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast. And this show is brought to you by the letters PJTRJT. What would you say, Joe?
Your face is moving weird.
Your face is moving weird. I'm trying to say
your camera's not focusing right. Anyway, it got all choppy.
That is weird.
But yes, our good friend
and other pictures.
Yeah,
exactly. And Shiftworks and other awesome patrons over at patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast. What?
Both of them are awesome. That's all.
Absolutely.
Shiftworks last year.
Both of them are going to be in a fight to the death to our, both of them are going to be in the fight to the death to be our favorite. And yeah, you know what you did? You almost met Shiftworks. You're like, screw you, man. I'm leaving town. You not only am I not going to come meet up with you, I'm leaving the state to be that far away from you.
To go to Go Fest.
I know, but that's not as funny as the way I said it. Hello, Squitchy Twitchy. This in. Don't type. Your camera's like, no kidding. I don't know what you want me to do, Joe. How about some experiences a week? Let's do that.
Did you play this week?
I did, as a matter of fact. I have to go to my pictures to tell you what I did, but I did. I am still walking my
Did you play on Abra
big purple
Community
fish
Day? Because you set a reminder for
I'm sorry,
yourself.
You broke up. No habla. No, I didn't. Remember? It says I cannot set a reminder that far in advance. And then I went to do the alarm. Like, well, I don't want to do that. And you don't want to.
I thought about pinging you, and then I didn't.
Yeah.
I guess
yeah. Thank you, Joe. So I legit remembered Abra Day about 15 minutes after it ended. It was that close. I was like, son of a gun. No. Because that's how I talk when I'm not on the show. Where's my pictures? I can tell you what my adventures are this week. I actually had some cool stuff happen. I think I hatched something pretty nifty. Those are all pictures for no apparent reason. There it is. Yeah, I hatched a Carablast this week. That's my first.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your first?
I've never seen. No, Joe, I uniformly lie on the show just for effect.
Okay.
Yes, that is my first
Carablast. Okay.
I hurt you. I hurt you so much. I hate you. You hurt me. Whatever. I don't. So the lagginess on the camera. You know what? We'll just do this for tonight. Let's see if this helps you out, Joe. I'll shift it over. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it.
I got this. You ready?
There. So maybe that'll be a little bit better. No, no. He put up a very old picture of me from one of my first podcasts that was worth taking pictures for. But no, the camera should be right now. What about you, Joe? What was your experience this week?
Well, I remembered about Community Day, so I got myself quite a few Abra from my couch because I did not leave the house. But nice. I ended up with, 5 shinies, I think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one of those is my second highest IV shiny I've ever gotten. It's a 14, 13, 14 Alakazam. So, pretty nice. I am very happy about that.
That's cool.
For those that are wondering, my highest IV shiny is I'm blanking on his name now. It's a legendary. Watch this.
Pidgey.
Yes, it's a legendary Pidgey, Latias. So
Latias.
yeah.
I always think of that every time. Every time.
And it's a 14, 14, 14 Latias. So fun times.
So if you trade it to me, then I can maybe get it perfect.
Theoretically, but I'm not trading it to you.
I just tried to boost the stats on it. So I did have one other thing happen. My gotcha got some things for me. I got another shiny. Take a random guess what shiny I got, Joseph.
Illumis.
No, I wish I got an Eevee. Not the dirty hippie Eevee, like just the regular. Now I have 2 regular Eevees that are shiny.
Your favorite.
If it ever had been my favorite, it is absolutely no longer my favorite. It's just I'm so tired of seeing it. But yeah, I was like, well, you know what? Shiny is shiny. So I have 2 shiny Eevees now. So that's doing all right. You have any other experiences that you need to throw out there?
I mean, that's my main experience. It's been fun catching Volbeats, though. Which rumor has it, now we don't have this as a source tonight, but there was briefly a tweet that quickly got deleted by Niantic that said that Volbeat and Illumis are actually going to be permanently switching. So, yeah. So it looks like here in the U.S., we're going to have, theoretically, moving forward, we're going to start having Volbeats instead of Illumis.
Okay.
That's all.
How about, I caught a lot of Volbeats and a lot of Illumis. And I got a lot. I mean, they were cool. But I got no shinies off of those, unfortunately. Or Joltics. Although I think I'm pretty close to having enough Joltic candy to evolve a Joltic to whatever it evolves into, the Jolted or whatever.
Jolt head.
Yeah. The Jolting.
Man.
I don't know.
The Jolt Arachnid. What are you going to call it?
Jolt Cola.
Jolt Cola. There you go.
Yeah.
It's Galvantula, by the way.
Ooh, that's a good name. It's rare that I'm impressed by a Pokemon name. That's a good name. That was a good one. Galvantula. I like it. So, hey, before we go on to the topics, right? We got topics coming. We let everybody here live play the name game with us. And I don't mean how I did with Jolted and Jolting. I mean, name the show as you're pulling up Discord. Awesome for those experiences. And what you got to do is put the exclamation point in the letter S, hit the space bar, and then anything you type after that, like somebody's already recommended, still 100% IBIT free, is as a title submission. We'd love to have your titles, and that's the legit title of the show as we end for the podcast recording here. So do that. And as you scroll through, go ahead and tell us what's in the Discord adventures that you can join by going to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast.
Well, it wouldn't be an episode if Terry wasn't mentioned. He's got a couple of 100%
right.
full beats. Popeye snagged himself. Yes?
I was going to say, this bit of the fictional character Terry Wolf has gone on for 3 years, and we can't kill it now.
Almost 4 years.
Almost 4. Yeah.
Popeye 705 got himself a shiny Phoebus and a shiny Alolan Meowth. Nicole, remember, you were asking Nicole for some experiences. Nicole
I was
showing up with a shiny Phoebus.
Yeah.
So, apparently, it was her first time opening up the game in a week, and the first thing she clicked on was a shiny Phoebus.
Very cool, Nicole. I'm actually looking to see if I can evolve mine right now or not. See if I've walked at 10. Nope. Wait, walk 15.3 more kilometers. That was only 10 kilometers you had to walk. Is it 20?
It's 20.
Oh, man. That's going to be a hot minute. All right, carry on, Joe. What else we got going on?
Coach
Kev
Kev showing off his 100% Abra that he evolved and maxed out. So now he has a 100% Alakazam. That capped out at 3,057 CP. And then Popeye showing off Community Day, other than just the Abra Shinies, Also ended up with a Phoebus, a Loomis, and a Chansey during Community Day. So that's pretty awesome. U.S. Nate Scout ended up with 14 shiny Abras, a wild 100%, and a 100% from a raid, as well as a bonus shiny, which oh, there it is. It's a Cyndaquil. And
Nice.
the the other 100%, the 100% shiny is a Snubble, and yeah, good stuff all around, all around. U.S. Nate Scout showing off his first best buddy, a Lucario, and Terry broke 250,000 catches. So he's caught 250,000 Pokemon.
That's that sounds like time for an intervention. That sounds like 250,000, man. Tell you.
So,
I just was checking my Joltix. I do have enough to evolve, and I was just checking the star ratings on them. So I'm gonna do. It looks like it's the 13, 13, 13.
Do you know how to check that quickly?
Yeah. You do the praise on, just flip through all of them.
Well, you could. There's another way you could do it. So I'll show you. I type in Joltik, ampersand, 3 asterisks, and that brings up anything that's top tier but not perfect IVs. Because I know I don't have any perfect IV Joltiks.
Okay.
So I only have one, and it looks like it's a 12, 14, 15.
Man. Okay, Galvantula looks really good.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
It is. I can't wait for a shiny. Okay, now this one they need to make black with fire red where the purple is. So black for the yellow, and that flame orange red for the wherever the purple is. And that would be the shiny to get in my book. Holy cow, that'd be cool.
So Galvantula's shiny. It has, instead of the light blue, it becomes dark blue, and then the
light blue? That looks purple to me.
Purple. It becomes a dark blue. It's a navy blue.
Okay, so all right, gotcha. All right.
And then the gold color becomes almost like a rose gold.
So that could be okay.
Depending on which version of the game you're looking at. I was looking at the black and black 2 sprites.
And you know that this Pokemon Go doesn't always follow that.
It tries to follow. Actually, it usually follows closer to the Generation 6 games. So, which those do not look rose gold. The yellow color doesn't look like it changed at all in those games.
Oh, you know how much I love that. Mm-hmm. All right, let's go on to some headlines for this week. We've got some message from Niantic. It looks like their Twitter message. Trainers, we made the following temporary changes. Everybody gets every Pokemon ever. You're welcome. The end. Nah, it's
wish.
You're kidding. Double the distance from which you can interact with Pokestops to match gym interactions distance. Increase the max number of trainers rating remotely in the same lobby from 5 to 10. Okay. Have you done any remote raiding yet? I know that's
I haven't. So
now.
The trouble with remote raids is, yes, they're remote, but you still have to be within distance so that you can actually see the raid itself on your screen.
Oh, okay. So there are two. The raids are only at gyms, so I could not raid from my house.
Yeah, I can't raid from my house.
I can't see a gym. Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to be able to click on your nearby, go over to raid, and there has to be raids nearby in order to do a remote raid there.
That's like telling Nicole, here's $1 million, but you have to go to a movie theater and watch 5 movies to get it. You know, that's kind of worthless. Mm-hmm. It doesn't do any good. That's a Breaking the Panel reference, everybody. Over at breakingthepanel.com. It's not actually breakingthepanel.com, but yeah. Nicole, our lovely and talented awesome super mod Nicole 99091 hates movie theaters. So there, you got the end joke. We're done. What
Coach
is the one coin? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Joe.
Coach Kev, I don't know if this is true or not, but Coach Kev thinks that you can also remote raid at gyms that you have a Pokemon in, as long as you can click on the Pokemon to see that
So,
a gym is
hmm,
because before it would still alert you that a
I
raid
kind of
was
get that.
happening. So he heard it,
Yeah,
hasn't
but that
confirmed it.
means you have to leave the house. You have to leave the house to go put the Pokemon in the gym to then remote raid, so you don't have to leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. It's like having snow tires in the desert. It doesn't quite float, man. I'm not hating it. I'm not going to spend money to get the remote raid tickets. I mean, if I talk to you, or I'll put it this way: when I hear from you or any of our other awesome listeners who are willing to try it out, say this is absolutely how it works and it's great, then I'll drop a few bucks to remote raid, try it out. But
Well,
what you're saying is
you don't have to
I have
drop
to
a
either
few
have a
bucks.
Pokemon in or I have to.
There's a one coin box that you can buy that has 3 remote raid passes.
Look at that.
Unless
I will
it's
buy
gone
it
for
and
mine
hold
because
on
I
to
bought
them.
it. But
No, it's there. I just saw it. And then the other box is the Ultra Balls. There's
mm-hmm.
20 Ultra Balls, 15 raspberries, and 15 pineapple berries. Grab that too. So, okay, so I have 3 now. I'm still not going to use it until, you know what? I can try right now, I guess, couldn't I? It won't burn it unless I can actually use it, right?
No, yeah, you can't use it.
Okay, so it says a remote raid pass can be used to join a raid remotely, and I tap on it, and that's all it says. So, yeah, you have to be able to see the gym because that's the only way to use the pass. Well, I mean, for one coin, it's not worthless because at some point I'll be somewhere and go, oh, look, there's a raid going on. I can be a part of that from right here. But it's not what we hoped it would be, is it, Joe?
No, no, but it also kind of makes sense that that's how it would work because you still have to be able to interact with the gym, and so I get it. It's a little bit sad, but I get it. That's all.
Okay, I was just okay. That is all. Show's over. Move along, people. All right. Well, speaking about remote raid passes, right? They, yes. Okay. I don't want to get off of that. I hate harping on it, but I'm going to harp on it. I'm going to harp on it a little bit.
Going full Harper.
Never go full Harper, Joe. Never go full Harper. You're gonna put raid passes in. You're gonna put one coin box in so I can buy the raid passes and try them out. You're gonna do this celebration of Darkrai, Altered Form Giratina, and Verizon Wireless will be in 5-star raids now. And I still can't use it unless I can see the freaking raid or the gym. And possibly, if I get my Pokemon put in a gym. But Joe, you've been to real life raids before, right?
Let me just say something real quick. When you were raiding before COVID-19, didn't you usually just stay in your car anyway?
That's the only way I rate it.
Yeah, so nothing changed for you.
Yeah. Right, so it's still a pointless thing. It was supposed to be Nicole and I could sit at home and raid and not have to leave our caves. That's the whole point.
Yeah, well, and Nicole brings up a good point that coordinating to do higher tier raids is still quite difficult because most people are sitting at home. They're not going to be within distance of the gym when you want to do a raid. I could see this being a lot easier if you live inner city somewhere or if you live near a gym, but even then, unless you have a bunch of people in your neighborhood that are Pokemon Go players.
You mentioned now that brings up the point. When this game launched, what did they focus on? City centers. right? Where it was easier to get stuff. We had for months, we talked about the plight of the urban player, the suburban player who didn't have very many stops or gyms, and they fixed that. It kind of feels like year one where they launched this thing, but went back to, well, it works from our office where we can see all the fake Pokemon gyms that we put up around the office. And when I go home to test it, because we have to work at home now, oh, there's still gyms I can see. It works. I mean, I guess that's just a fact and not so much a condemnation of everybody thinks from where they sit, and it takes other things happening to make us think about perspectives that are not our own. But it feels like nobody who works for this company lives in the suburbs where you can't just see a gym or anything from your house. I can see two Pokestops from my house, but you can't see any Pokestops from your house, can you?
No, no. They're the closest Pokestop to me is about 2 miles away.
Mine is a little bit closer. I think it's a little over a mile away. Or not the Pokestop. Sorry, the gym. So yeah,
Oh
I've got
no,
two
a gym
Pokestops.
is
Yeah,
more
yeah,
like 5 miles away from me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
have one
yeah.
Pokestop that's about 2 miles away at a church that's nearby. So
Now I was going to ask because you've been to. I know you have. You've been to real world rating. If people get there a little early, what do they do when they get there early, Joe?
they talk.
They battle the gym and flip it to their team
Only if they get there
ideation.
before it hatches.
True. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. You get there early, you get there for hatches. They flip the gym because you get extra balls to catch the legendary or whatever raid you're going on. You get extra Pokeballs, premium balls for it, right?
Yeah.
For having your gym color.
Yep.
So if I go and drop, um, if I go and drop one of my Pokemon in a gym and it's Valor as it should be, and then the people decide to go raid because you can still like you were saying in most of my raids we all stay in our cars for the most part. So if you get and they flip the gym, then I don't get even if it does work, I don't get to raid do the remote raid, right?
Yeah. But what's nice, Coach Kev is saying that if you are thinking about doing a remote raid, if you click on the gym, it now tells you how many people are in the lobby for the remote raid. Now, you could do that if you were next to the gym, but unless you were next to the gym,
I'll try some. Go ahead.
then you wouldn't know how many people were there. So you'd have to be right next to the gym in order to see how many people were in the raid. Otherwise, it just tells you to walk closer before you can interact with the gym. So that's a pretty nice quality of life because you don't want to waste a remote raid pass, especially since these are brand new, if you don't know how many people are going to be in the lobby.
Yes. Now I'm looking at my gym badges. Do I have before all this happened? Do I have to have somebody in the gym to find out a raid was going, or could I just see that a raid might be happening?
I'm pretty sure you had to have a Pokemon in there to know that a raid was happening at the gym,
I'm
regardless
going
of
to
your
say that as
badge.
well because there's no way. I mean, I got a ton of gym badges. I mean, I've got a ton. I mean, nothing like cheeky Nashville.
Hmm.
I've got enough gym badges statistically. At least one of these should have a raid going on right now, and none of them show that they do. So I think you're right. I was hoping it's like, well, what if it's not like we're thinking? What if you can just touch I'm looking at the sound table mural and I touched it and it gives me the stats, but of course I don't have a Pokemon in there right now. I was thinking, well, what if we could touch the gyms we've been just at least we visited it, right? But no, I think you have to have a mon in the gym, and that's a little disappointing, but it's not horrible. It's not horrible. But you know what? If you can see a gym from your house or you have some Pokemon in gyms right now, you can get, like Joe said, you can get those 3 remote raid passes for 1 coin right now in the store. Is that they usually flip right before Thursday, right? So once we are on the
This
show
one was a
recording,
special
they
one.
last.
Yeah, I
They
don't
could
know how
last
long
for a
it's
little
gonna
bit longer.
last, but yeah, get it ASAP if you haven't grabbed it already. Just saying.
And you know, Joe, he says the yup, yup.
Yup,
And
yup.
it makes it matter. Let's
You've,
see if I
you've
still
got
have
that
it.
on a button somewhere. At least
Let's
you
see
used
if
to.
it's this one.
You want for
No.
Master League, you want
Nope.
Yep, yep.
Yup, yup.
There it is. I gotta get rid of those other ones. Okay. Now
Yeah,
what's
and
this?
Mr.
What's
Tambourine
this?
agrees with you. If you have a gold badge on the gym, he would love to see it to where you could do a remote raid on any that you have a gold status. I would like that.
That might be coming because they've upped. I've seen the little information coming through the tweets and the messages of, hey, now you can do more with your buddy if you know your good buddies or great buddies. Now you can do this. Now you can do that throughout
Well,
the last couple of months.
And before you go on to the next one, we actually didn't cover other than you mentioning Darkrai and the different forms that were coming. We didn't actually specify the timetable
hit it.
there. So from a couple of days ago until Tuesday, the 5th, May 5th, Darkrai is in raids. So you mentioned Darkrai was coming to raids. May 5th, so this is basically each one is lasting a week, Tuesday to Tuesday. May 5th to May 12th is Altered Form Garatina. And then May 12th to May 19th is Virizion. So, yep. And all of them can be shiny.
Very Xeon.
Verizon.
Well,
sponsored and everything.
I said Verizon Wireless earlier. Yeah. I mean, why not? We got the Starbucks gym sites. Might as well have Verizon Wireless in the game. You know, because you know, all those Sprint stores with Radio Shacks, all those sponsor stops basically went away. So that was unhelpful.
Well, and this is like JackitK says, this is the first time that Virizion Shiny has been available, and it goes from being green to pink.
Everybody's wasting great titles. I'm having to put it in for them because Coach Cal's like, "Can you catch me now?" Which is perfect. So I'm going to put that as a title and attribute it to him because that's a great suggestion. Yeah, I didn't mean to skip over that. I just kind of got on my soapbox there for a minute.
Yeah, get off it, Klotz.
And I will. So here's a PSA from Reddit that all of a sudden I've got some kind of gray screen going over it. So maybe you have to read it. I don't know what's going on about something about don't raid gyms you sit on remotely.
Yeah. So if you're next to a gym,
why is this?
Don't do a remote raid, is what they're saying, because it bugs out. So do a
like if you're close enough to interact.
Yeah,
with
if you're close enough to do a regular raid, don't do a remote raid. Walk away from the gym before doing a remote raid if you're trying to do a remote raid there. So it bugs out. So just be wary. I'm sure there's going to be a slew of bugs that pop up over the next couple of weeks associated with remote raids. But yep.
I found a Wurmple earlier. Is that what you're talking about?
Was it purple?
Awesome.
You laughed.
No.
That shiny Wurmple is purple.
I know it is. I know, but I didn't laugh at that. I laughed at the immediate thought. You know, my 5-year-old brain went purple Wurmple. I don't know. Like anyway, it was funny to me. I laughed. I wasn't going to share it, but Joe asked, and that's on you, Joe. Now, why are you trolling me? Why are you trolling me here on Reddit? Charles can finally consistently hatch eggs. What are you talking about?
This wasn't me. Read who put it in there.
I
can't. Oh, you can't because it's
something went weird and sent me right to a picture.
So there's an alert on there that shows that hey, you don't have anybody in your infinite incubator. It's a little alert.
That's what that means.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's a little picture.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
But that comes to
I've
us.
actually this week consistently hatched eggs. So
what's nice is once you open an egg, once you hatch an egg, it immediately takes you to the egg page. So that's nice.
Yeah. Yes.
But this source comes
not
to
until you
us
mentioned it, but I did
Gringo
realize
Suave.
that's been what's happening. Of course, it's from El Gringo Suave. because that's the person who finds not only my favorite artwork from Floor Cacaos, but also likes to troll me all at the same time. Okay.
We like
With
Gringo
that
Suave.
being said, I do. He's a cool dude. With that being said, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back. And should I say uno momento
Por
because of El
favor.
Gringo Suave?
Whatever you say,
We'll
Gringo.
be right back. Come on. All right, there goes the commercial break. And let's see if it does the Pika Pika again, no matter what I do.
Pika,
Let's hit
pika.
this one first.
The Pokemon Go Podcast is made possible The Pokemon Go Podcast is made possible 100% by you and other listeners just as awesome as you are. If you want to support the show and get a little something in return, just go to patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast.
Pika, 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 Pikachu.
Every freaking time. Oh, that's gotta be red and blue, right, Joe?
No, that's not red and blue. I think that might
That's gotta be one of the older ones. I mean,
think it
that is
might be
straight up.
I think it might be Mystery Dungeon. I never played Mystery Dungeon though.
Let's see if I'll give you the guess here. It's either none of these are Pokemon Go stuff. XY Wild Battle, say Ruby Sapphire GBA. I'm guessing it's that one.
It could
You know
be.
what? If you know what that music's from, why don't you hit us up? Email us, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com or at Pokemon Go Pod on Twitter, and hit us up and let us know what that game was.
JackitK says it sounds like a remix to him.
Nobody asked the world famous JackitK, who probably has more downloads and viewers than we do now on his Twitch channel, but that's okay. We like
JackitK is
JackitK
pretty awesome.
anyway. Hey, he or she is. I cannot confirm nor deny which one they are. But back.
If
on
if it
Tuesday.
was a she, wouldn't it be JackitK, not JackitK?
How dare you assume gender from the name, Joe? This is year 2020, man. Get with the
Yeah,
program.
where everyone looks the same because we're all wearing pajamas.
All right. On to another thing brought in by El Gringo Suave. Look, I put out a tweet earlier this week. If you want to throw in stuff like El Gringo Suave is, go to reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go Podcast. That's where you can throw in comments, you can throw in headlines, you can throw in whatever you want. And if it fits what we're doing, we'll put it in the show. I'm not going to promise we'll put everything in the show. If you do some crazy, crazy stuff, we're not going to do that. You know, nothing dangerous, nothing spoofing, and nothing, higher than a PG rating. I'm the only one on the show gets to go PG-13. And even then, Joe's like, Charles, no.
Charles.
Yeah. I wish I had the button ready to record that, but I didn't. But this one, El Gringo Suave throws this thing about your guys' ideas were taken up, or was it Nicole's ideas?
It's true. They were snatched right up. Last week we said on air, I think it was me that said it, and Nicole was immediately yes, or vice versa. I can't remember. But anyway, it was during one of our brainstorming sessions that we like to have live on air. And they have made it so that Season 2, the Pokemon encounter, is now going to be the third win instead of the fourth win. And last week I had said, I wish it was the third win, because then that's just over. Stop jumping, Numel! Sorry. These guys are irritating me. I said I wish it was the third win, because then it's just you only have to win just over 50% of your wins in order to have a Pokemon encounter.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah,
And
bringing
then
it down to 3.
They've also, on the premium rewards, they've moved it so that your first win gives you a Pokemon instead of your second win. So that's pretty awesome there as well.
And the ranking system has been adjusted. More wins are now required to get to 4, 5, 6, and 7. What rank are you? Or what rank did it? Do you get anything for it finishing? Because I think it's finished right now, isn't it?
Pikachu Libre.
Let's see what. Where can I see my rank? Oh, here it is. 5. I was ranked 5. And it ends in 19 hours, so it's still going. Okay, well I can finish up. I've got 1 out of 5 battles played. I need to finish. I need to at least finish that up before it ends. Let's see. So it's going to be a little bit harder to get up past ranking 4 to from now on.
Oh, I was wondering why. I was trying to click on one of our sources and the post is gone. This season, Coach Kev says, "Hey, season 2 is supposed to. Season 1 was supposed to end this Friday. Season 2's, but season 2 has been postponed. So season 2 was supposed to begin tomorrow, but it is not going to begin just yet. We don't. I don't personally have any details. If anyone has a source on details for that, that would be great. But yeah, one of our sources in here goes to a blank page because they deleted the post.
Okay. All right. And that. But what I was asking is, and a lot of play, like when we did our own tournament, right? We had first, second, third. So ranking 10 gets you Pucha Licha or whatever it is. Licha Lubre out of Poke Go something. But does any of the other ranks get you anything? Is what I'm asking. I'm ranked 5. I want to know if I'm getting something. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know if you get end of season rewards. I would assume you do. I haven't.
That's the word I was looking for.
I haven't, to be honest, I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to that. But the Pokemon that are available at your rank, quote unquote, do change as you level up. And you need to be a higher rank to get legendaries. Like right now, I'm rank 5. There's no legendaries available at my rank.
Okay. All right. Jack Black and you. That's a El Nacho Libre reference right there for Jack Black, right?
I've never seen
that was awesome.
Libre.
I felt like I had to clarify in case someone's like, oh, okay. When I say family friendly, I forget stuff that I overlook. Okay. But from what I can remember, that one was actually family friendly. Okay. Well, I was listening back to some of the dang, they're on right now. They're streaming against us right now. Two Dorks, right? Horseshoes and Hearing Aids. And I was like, wow, they really do kind of get even outside of my own family. I mean, there's some stuff I'm like, I don't know if I want my 7-year-old asking about that. So
yeah. Well, and they've actually got a Discord bot that acts as a swear jar for them.
Yes, yes, they do. But so the Nacho Libre, though, Joe, I think you'd have to check the rating. Okay, go by that, or go by some kind of review of why it's rated, whatever it's rated. I know there's sites out there that talk about that.
IMDb has parents' guides to everything. If you don't mind being
there, you go,
spoiled to a certain degree, but yeah. So
yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was fairly family friendly, and that you would enjoy it. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for coming out to the El Nacho Libre podcast. You can find us on elnacholibrepodcast.com and all the other stuff. All right, Joseph. Let's see. Throwback challenge. Is this where Pikachu throws his tail back and sees how hard it can hit?
Sure. That's exactly what it is. How did you know?
I don't know. Stop mocking me and just read the stupid report, man.
So the throwback challenge, quote unquote, we're going to be seeing new Pokemon, old Pokemon coming back. So most of them are starters, at least all of those featured in the picture are starters, and it's going to happen almost the entire month of May. Not quite. It will end May 29th. And so we're going to have themed research. We're going to have let's see. There's actually a really nice infographic that
Yeah.
gives a breakdown. So let me pull that up really quick. There it is. So there's gonna be a lot of new featured shiny Pokemon. So for instance, Venonat, Dunsparce, Skitty, and Glameow all will have their shinies available during this. The Kanto timed research will allow you to grab a Mewtwo and spoiler alerts for those that I should have said that beforehand, that don't want to know what the end of the challenge will actually be. But yeah, so it's going to be Mewtwo with Psy Strike. In the wild, Pokemon from the Kanto region are going to be popping up. So each week is a different challenge. Sorry, I should say. So the Kanto region is going to be the 1st to the 8th, and then the
Sure.
8th to the 15th, it's going to be Johto. So Kanto is Generation 1, Johto is Generation 2, Hoenn is Generation 3, and Sinnoh is Generation 4. So it's going to go in order. Generation 1 for the first week of May, Generation 2 for the second week, Generation 3 for the third week,
Wow.
and Generation 4 for the fourth week. And then there's apparently going to be a Throwback Challenge Champion 2020 special research. So I'd have to figure out what the requirements are, but I mean, we're going to achieve it. We always achieve everything that they throw at us, whether or not we really achieve it or not.
True that.
And that's going to, assuming we unlock it, which we will, then we're going to have from June 30th until June 8th, we're going to have a special Champion 2020 event in which we will see Professor Willow will rediscover Pokemon from Unova, which is 5th generation, but we will also actually see some Galar Pokemon, which is 8th generation.
Oh.
So we're gonna specifically the Galar ones that they have stated we're gonna get are the Galarian
Skunkfish.
Galarian forms. Yeah. So Stunfisk, Galarian Meowth is weird because there isn't actually a Galarian Meowth. However, there is a Galarian evolution for Meowth. I think. No, there is a Galarian Meowth. I forgot. He's a weird fuzzball. Yeah, US Nate Scout yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a steel type. Galarian Meowth is a steel type. And he is a weird fuzzball. He kind of looks like Did you ever see that movie Langoliers? That's what he kind of reminds me of.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's okay if you've never seen it.
No, that's Stephen King,
Yeah.
where there's stuff eating. Yeah.
Eating the past. Yep.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people get stuck in the past. Anyway, yeah, Langoliers.
Bronson Pinchot
Good.
got stuck. That's who it was.
What? What the?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd have to look. I'm pretty sure Bronson. The only reason I watched that whole movie is because Bronson Pinchot was in it. Balky from Perfect Strangers.
Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's not what people tune into this podcast for. So there's a lot. Yeah, there's the infographics good. Although the infographic only covers the Kanto, so I'm sure we'll be pulling up infographics each week.
Yeah, we'll pull up infographics further as we go along. But yeah, the one that we've got specifically is the Kanto region infographic, and what is going to be there is, you okay?
No, I'm looking at the shinies, and they don't really change, and you know how much I hate that.
You're so dramatic.
I
So-
know, but it's like, come on, man. Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off. I looked at that second reference, the new shiny Pokemon for Throwback Challenge 2020. It's like, here's all the regular ones: Dunsparce, Venonat, Skitty, and Perugly. And oh, look, we just put a slight Instagram filter on them. Ding! There you go. Lazy.
You're so
Lazy is what I say. Ah. Did I derail the show with that? Because
Yep.
I
Show's
don't know,
over.
man. I'm done. I am done. I'm done with these cheap Walmart knockoff shinies. That's what I'm talking about.
Cheap Walmart knockoff shinies.
Somebody title that, because that's worth the title. I am. I mean, these are the Wish. Instead of going to Amazon and ordering a shiny, you went to Wish and got a shiny, and yeah, it's a little different color. That's all.
It's okay. We'll just cover your face up with them. Bloop.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Mhm. Oh man. Is there anything we need to know about this other than it is going to be practically every day in the month of May?
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then they'll take a week break, and then they'll do June. I think it's at June 6th. We'll do the All-Star.
June 3rd to the 8th.
Champion.
The champion. Yeah, with the Galar Pokemon appearing. So and apparently Genesect as well is going to pop up. So before you had to pay for the Genesect event, now this is when the cheap people like me, those that did not wish to participate in the Genesect event, will get a chance to get Genesect. We'll phrase it that way. How does that sound?
It sounds like you're getting it for free. Is how it sounds. So, Mr. Tambourine, hooray! More Pikachu's with hats.
Yeah. So yeah, Pikachu wearing a Charizard hat will be appearing in the wild.
I guarantee you can't evolve it.
Yeah,
Right?
probably not.
Yeah, I'll put. I don't have any money. I'll put. Here's what Joe and I we've talked it out. The show's going to get a 3D printer, and that's for our patrons. But for the listeners of this show, I have put down a 3D printed version of your favorite Pokemon shipped to your house that you will not be able to evolve the Pokemon, the Pikachu with the Charizard hat. And so if it comes out, the first person to tag us on Twitter or email, I prefer email or voicemail. I'll tell you what, I'll do all three. The first person to hit Twitter. Now, if you're the same person, you're only getting one, and I'll give it to the next person in. First person who hits us on Twitter, the first person who hits us on email at, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com, and the first person to leave us a voicemail saying, eat your hat. You can evolve the Pikachu with the Charizard hat. Those three people each get one of their favorite Pokemon 3D printed for them. That's how confident I am that it is. And we'll come up with more cool stuff because I'd like to do that. I'd like to give people stuff. So it'll give us a reason to play with the printer and all that. So yeah. Now, Joe, I like what you said there. Tell the podcast what you just typed in the chat room.
Yeah, so what I linked is there's for a while now you could buy a costume for your plush Pikachu, and it was a full costume of Pikachu in a full costume of Charizard. I would like it if in Pokemon Go it was the entire costume instead of just a hat, but we'll have to wait and see.
That honestly will be enough of a difference for me to care. And yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Until they do it 50,000 times. The first time, pretty nifty. I'll say pretty nifty. My favorite Snorlax. Oh, Tamarine, you are a troll. So Mr. Tamarine 19 says, "Oh, my favorite Snorlax. How will you find it?" And I was about to say, "Well, look up." Then I realized he's trolling me because I don't find Snorlaxes.
Yeah,
Until they
that's
give them to
okay.
us in a box.
I typed in that
Yeah.
I'll find it for you.
All right, moving on. May's research breakthrough encounter and Pokemon Spotlight Hours. Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, that's the one that was blank. Okay, that's the one that got taken away. Okay, so we still won't know. But I did this month, April's. I did the encounter, and of course, it was the lowland coconut head, whatever his name is, eggshell with the tree eggshell guy. Dang it, executor, right? A lowland executor. Is that it? Executor?
Yeah.
Whatever.
The ridiculously long-necked executor.
You literally cannot see it. Oh, not on the list? Not on your screen? You cannot see his face.
Until he tries to headbutt you, and then he is way too close for comfort.
and a little derpy. You know, like
He is a little derpy.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, he's also a dragon type. Since that makes sense.
The dragon types here be a little derpy. That's true. JackitK says that would be the smart thing to do, but the wording in the announcement makes me not want to hold my breath.
Yeah, it probably will just be a hat.
Yeah. That's a doll, boy. That's a doll. Yeah. All right, Twitter. You got an update. What's this? You got something new that wasn't in the show notes originally?
Dun, dun,
What's breaking on Twitter right now?
Yeah, this actually came to me from Coach Kev via Discord. But this is just Niantic saying, look, we found a technical issue that has to be addressed before season 2 of Go Battle League can happen. So it's basically,
I broke the system. They did not count on me playing, and then I actually did mediocre. I got halfway through the rankings and broke it. They have to lock me out. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, so season 1 will be here indefinitely until further notice.
So what are you going to give me, Joe, if I can make it to 10?
A pat on the back.
Rank 10. you know the only reason I dove in to that at all is because somebody in our chat or our Discord or whatever, or maybe it's on the show, was like, Charles will get the rank 10. You're like, yeah, that's never gonna happen. I'm like, oh, I'll show you, Joe. Rank 5 already. And then of course I forgot about it. So you're still right so far. We'll see what happens. Check Discord. Just
US
put
Snake
the hats
Scout.
in.
And they are legit just hats. Oh,
yeah.
Niantic, why do you do this to me? Now, I don't know if everyone's going to actually be able to access this, or if it's only the people that are in our Discord can access this, but I linked it.
Imagine you have to be in the Discord.
Probably. But what is kind of nice, though, is the shiny Pikachus have their hats are shiny as well. It's the shiny form of the Pokemon that is featured on the hat. So that's kind of fun.
Okay. That's kind of cool. I dig it. And to be clear, to get your 3D model thing is they have to be evolved. So we'll see. We will see. Let's see. It should be this one right here.
Hey, Joe, what time is it?
It's time for us to talk about May research breakthrough because you skipped it. And then we'll get back to
No, it's blank. It came up blank.
No,
I literally clicked it. Oh, that's the one that comes up blank.
Above it.
Oh, what? No.
Bloop.
All right. Well.
And so.
Dang it, Joe! I craved the time.
Oh man! All right, so they are updating us on the Team Go Rocket Special research. So from May until the end of September, they are not going to be switching the Team Go Rocket Special research. There will be no new Team Go Rocket Special research available. And apparently Professor Willow and the team find this very odd that they can tell the future, and will continue to investigate to see if they can find any leads. So basically they're not going to be doing Team Go Rocket for what is that, 4 months
From May until September? May, June, July, August, September, 5 months.
Yeah.
Depends on when in September they hit, but yeah.
End of September is what it says. So
yeah, okay. So yeah. 5 months.
This month's, so May's research boxes will be Shinx, possibly a shiny Shinx with
I'm down.
Bonus candies. So that's pretty sweet. And then Pokemon Spotlight Hours will be Tuesday evenings, 6 p.m. local time, and it's for an hour, so 6 to 7. And the featured Pokemon, so it's again Tuesday nights. The first one will be Shelder, and the bonus is extra twice Stardust for catching Pokemon. On Tuesday the 12th, again, they're all Tuesdays. I don't need to keep saying Tuesday. Sunkern, you'll get double experience for catching Pokemon. The third Tuesday will be Puchaina. You'll earn double candy for catching Pokemon. And then May 26th will be Bronzor, and you'll earn double candy for transferring Pokemon during that Spotlight Hour.
Can any of those be shiny?
They can all be shiny.
Sweetness.
So Shelder, shiny. So Shelder's normally blue. What color is shiny Shelder? Orange. That's right, orange. And then Sunkern, you can barely tell the difference, to be honest. He looks a little bit burnt. Puchaina becomes gold instead of gray. And Bronzor goes from being blue to green. So.
Okay.
Yep.
I set an alarm for each Tuesday. Well, I set it for every Tuesday because, starting this week, it'll be for 6 p.m. to see if I can catch some of these fools.
But can you?
Mr. Tamarine says I like the Umbreon ones.
Yeah, the shiny Umbreon.
Yes.
Yes.
Joe, what do you can you do the time now? Is that appropriate? Is that okay?
Yes, we can do it. But do you know what time it really is, though?
Time for random trivia.
Exactly. It's time for random trivia. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about Charmander, who Niantic has declared everyone's favorite Kanto Pokemon. Don't agree with it, but I do get it. When it comes to the polls, a lot of people do like Charizard. And let's face it, he was one of Ash's strongest Pokemon during the first couple of seasons, and he does pop up again later in the anime as well a couple of times, so I get it. I do. I really do. But Charmander is the lizard Pokemon, Charmeleon is the flame Pokemon, and Charizard is also the flame Pokemon. So there's that. They are fire types, with the exception of Charizard, who is still a fire type. Mega Charizard X is a fire dragon type, so he finally actually gets some fire dragon. He finally gets a dragon typing, for the first time in forever. But Mega Charizard Y is still fire flying. So there's that. And for those that don't know, Mega Forms in the main series games, you have them hold a specific item, and it will allow them to mega evolve during the battle into a higher evolution that is temporary. And so Charizard is one of the few that has split mega, him and Mewtwo, and there might be more, but those are the only two that come off the top of my head. But yeah, I actually really like his Mega Charizard X form. It's blue and black. His flames are blue. It's pretty sweet. Anyway, our little buddy Charmander, considered to be quote-unquote hard mode on Pokemon Blue and Red, because he is a bit harder to use against those first couple of gym leaders, being that he is a fire type. They did help him out, though, come yellow, because he learns some moves that actually, Iron Tail, I'm pretty sure he learns to help him against Brock there at the beginning. But his Pokedex entry says that Charmander obviously prefers hot places. When it rains... What?
I was laughing. I was like, well, really? All right. No
Yeah.
kidding.
When it rains, steam is said to sprout from the tip of its tail. And in the anime, there's actually a section that talks about how if the flame goes out, he dies. And so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, I remember you mentioning that.
yeah, Ash finds a Charmander in the wild that had been abandoned by its trainer. It was in a rainstorm, trying to cover its tail with a little leaf, and Ash saves it from, being killed from being abandoned in a rainstorm. So there's that. Nicole says that episode was so cute. Yeah. So
cute.
so cute. Apparently, this is interesting. I had never heard this before. Charmander's design was actually worked backwards from Charizard.
Okay.
And so, yeah. Interesting. But yeah, Charmander being a lizard, the name Char, to burn, and the Mander comes from salamander. And then Charmeleon, like I said before, the flame Pokemon, its Pokedex entry says that when it swings its burning tail, it elevates the temperature to unbearably high levels. So it's got a pretty hot tail on it. And again, Char for all of them come from to burn, char something. And then the Melian comes from chameleon. And then Charizard, which I don't think I mentioned this before, but actually in the newest games has a Gigantamax version. And that looks pretty evil, to be honest. But the Gigantamax forms, as you could probably guess from the name, are just huge forms of Pokemon. Ginormous.
Wasn't there some new game like on Switch or something
Sword and Shield.
that came out that had the Gigantamax version? Like they're super huge on the screen.
Yeah, that's the newest generation. Sword and Shield.
Okay, yeah. Sword and Shield. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Charizard's Pokedex entry says it can actually breathe fire so hot that it can melt boulders. So
That's pretty solid.
Yeah. And in the anime, Charizard pretty much ignores Ash. In some of the later versions, when he pops up after Ash has already gotten rid of him, he respects him a bit more. But yeah, for a long time, it's kind of a running joke that he does whatever he wants. And that mechanic is actually present in the main series games, where if you originally it was if you trade a Pokemon, it won't obey you unless you have the right gym badges. But in the newer games, it's actually any Pokemon, if it reaches a level above what your gym badge allows you to, then they might not obey the commands that you give them for the moves that you want them to do. And then Charizard, its name comes from, again, Char and Lizard. But it was Charizard back earlier this year. The Pokemon Company held a poll, which is, again, why it was specifically called out as part of this event. And Charizard was voted the most popular Gen 1 Pokemon, receiving almost 94,000 votes. And it was the fourth
That's
most...
a lot of votes.
Yeah, it was the fourth most voted, most popular Pokemon overall. I don't think they provide a link, but I am curious what the three that beat it out were. But it wasn't Pikachu, because he's a Gen 1 Pokemon, and it was voted as the most popular Gen 1 Pokemon. So, eat that, Pikachu.
Oh my God. Oh, Tyler did that. Eat that Pikachu. Take it for whatever you want.
Yeah, just remember, there's a comma after that.
Well, you are in control of notes and the art, so you can put the comma.
Commas save lives.
Yeah. Well, it says Pikachu's in this case.
We do not endorse eating Pikachus.
Unless you're in the rain and your fire's about to go out, then you do what you got to do.
Or if you need to send him to Professor Willa for candy, whatever.
Yep. Especially if he's got a stupid hat on.
Yep.
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 All right, Joe. Is that going to be it for tonight? We good?
That is gonna be it for tonight.
All right. As we said throughout the show, email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. Don't leave us little podcasters out in the rain for our pod fires to go out. Email us and give us that shelter and let us live. Or if you want to do the speak pipe.
You know what we do have?
What?
You know
What do we have?
We've got.
No, I don't.
We've got a review. I'm trying to remember where the reviews are, but we have a new review.
I don't think the reviews are in your podcatcher.
There's a new review
Are
on
they?
the pod. Yeah. I'll find it for next week. It'll be great.
All right. Well, you can review us wherever you review podcasts, and maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. I don't know. But you can also leave your speak pipe at PokemonGoPodcast.com. Over on the right-hand side, there's that nice green tab. Click it. Any device with the microphone, you have up to 90 seconds to leave your voice on the message. And we'll love to play it on the show. It's awesome. Reddit, as we said, is reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go Podcast, Facebook/Pokemon Go Podcast. And if all things go well in the month of May, you should start seeing a lot more posts pop up there, as well as on Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod. You'll see our posts pop up there too. We record on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. Oh, yeah. Where can they find you on the web, Joe?
You can find me at Joseph_Ard. Like I said, embrace the underscore. That's just gonna be my new saying. I've got yup and embrace the underscore.
We need to make you some t-shirts. You need to make you some t-shirts. Ooh, you need to make a t-shirt that says embrace the underscore and then do yup_yup. That's that, and we will put it in the t-shirt shop and we'll sell it. And we'll do that. So you find me at Rock Gotta Podcasting all across social media and Rock Gotta Pod on Twitter. And yeah, got some cool stuff going on there. And we are a proud member of Giant Size Team Up Network, gstu.net for our show and many others. I always forget to do the timing right. Let's see this timing going. Tune in next week to hear Joe say,
I found the review. Woot woot. Haha. And so we're going to do here at the end. Blue Weaver 22 says, love it. Great podcast. Listen to it every day. 5 stars.
yeah, thank you, Will Reaver. Although
Blue Weaver 22.
Reaver is I've watched Firefly. Reavers are the bad guys. So, but I appreciate you like the show.
It's
So,
Weaver.
Yeah, no, I said what I wanted to say. We'll see you next week, everybody. Bye.
The Pokemon Go podcast is made possible 100% by you and other listeners just as awesome as you are. If you want to support the show and get something in return, just go to patreon.com/Pokemon Go podcast.
And that's the podcast, everybody. So, as you know, we play the name game, and Nicole's going to throw up the link here in just a second. Oh, no, she already did. I was scrolled up. My bad, Nicole. You had it. I was scrolled up. That's my bad.
Yeah, she tossed it out, as you were saying.
Well, she's got it. She's on it. So there you go. There's the link. Click that. It's very safe. I just did it myself. And you, too, can vote on all the titles. Don't worry about spelling. We'll fix the spelling in the end. Whatever wins.
And add commas to save Pikachu's.
And then add commas. Yeah, there you go. So Mr. Tambourine 19 says still 100% Ibbot free. We are working on that, though. Ibbot's supposed to give me a day in May that he's going to come on and be with us. One more reason for Charles not to raid by Mr. Tambourine 19. Cheap Walmart knockoff podcast. Wait, no, not a cheap Walmart knockoff podcast. Here's Nate Scout. That is not. No, that's no bad. Nate Scout, bad.
And suddenly that's at the top.
Eat that Pikachu is up by Joe. Well, I put it in, but Joe said it. I'm tired of these Walmart shinies by JackitK. Can you catch me now by Coach Kev? And Charles Breaks the System by Mr. Tambourine 19. And right now in the lead is I'm tired of these Walmart shinies. It's cheap Walmart knockoff podcast. All right, I think I like that one. Okay, that still makes me laugh every time I read it. That's funny. I didn't honestly read it. I saw you submit it, and I saw a cheap knockoff Walmart. I was like, oh,
You said it.
cool. So I said cheap knockoff Walmart shinies is what I said. What he submitted was cheap Walmart knockoff podcast. So, oh man, give it another minute or so. What you got planned for this week, Joe?
Sleep, I hope. But we'll wait and find out.
All weekend? You're
All
gonna sleep
week.
all
I'm
weekend?
just gonna sleep all week.
Dude, that sounds good. That sounds actually.
Yeah, that's
you know,
not gonna work with 3 kids, but
I've been mad at my teenage. Well, they're not. One's a teenager. I know they are both teenagers. Okay, so my 2 teenagers being at home, that they only have to do so much schoolwork, and they've been sleeping and napping. And I was getting grumpy about it until I realized the only reason I was really grumpy about it is because I was jealous and wish I could sleep that much. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna fuss at them until both of them let themselves somehow get in the habit of going to bed at an okay time, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, midnight, somewhere in there, and getting up. Like, here's a literal story. Oakland slept till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 or 3 o'clock. Then somehow got a nap, and it was like 8 o'clock at night. It's like, no, get up. It's like, all right. He went to bed at midnight. So he got up at 8. He got up from 2 to 6 or something, and then took a nap, and then got up at 8, went to bed at midnight, apparently got up at 1 a.m. and then stayed up all night. So I instituted a rule that I'm going to wake them both up by 2 p.m. at the latest when there's no school going on. Now, when there's school going on, you got to get out there and do the school. That's
Nicole,
just the rule.
That's prepping for college.
Yeah, no, she's absolutely right. I do, because Nicole Klotz has issues with his sleep cycle. It's a real thing if your sleep cycle really gets off. So they're too young for that. And I'm like, I want you. So that's what we said, 2 p.m. no matter what. Because sometimes I'm the cool dad, and I will let them just stay up at night and not give them a bedtime at all. They'll be down in the basement playing Xbox or games on a computer or whatever, right? So it's like, you do you. There's nothing going on, but you're going to be up by 2 p.m. no matter what. So that's going on there. Well, it looks like the U.S. State Scout and JackitK are tied. I'm going to throw an extra vote in on the cheap knockoff podcast. Joe, what do you think?
I got distracted and you lost me my match. That's what I think.
No. Oh, one more vote came in for the Tired of These Walmart Shinies by JackitK. So I was going for knockoff podcast. I have to resubmit it. What time do I have? I was going to do a battle as well. I got 15 minutes. I'm going to do a battle as well. I did not lose you your battle. What league are you playing in?
I've been bouncing around, to be honest. Earlier it was Great League. I just did Ultra League. Because
I'm in Ultra
they're all available.
Yeah. I'm in Ultra because I knew that team, but I was forced to play in Master enough that I got good with that team. So now I'm kind of not. I mean, I won. I'm not as good with my Ultra team. So
I need to switch out my Tyranitar out of my lineup for Ultra League.
Apparently, I need to stop battling in the basement because I get some lag.
Yeah, your face got some lag tonight.
And now I'm getting weak connection. There's something going down with the signal right now, and it shouldn't be this way. It's really weird. Yeah, I mean, I saw lag on the video, like not my video, but the whole video from Twitch, which usually has no issues.
I didn't see any lag from Twitch itself.
I'm sorry, not lag, blur. As they dumb down the.
I see. Yeah, they reduced
So,
the resolution.
It might be time for me to reset my router. I called Comcast. And we're just filling some time while we're doing these battles.
I'm sorry that you have Comcast.
I like Comcast. I mean, they've been actually okay. So AT&T, I won't tell the whole long story, but AT&T sucks hard. I mean, they are my mortal enemy as a company. I hate AT&T, and there's no other real competitor. I mean, we got The Charter one, it's not called Charter anymore, but whatever
Yeah, they
was
suck.
Charter. Yeah, I mean they're not offering anything. Comcast offers me amazing speeds and honestly decent service here. I've had zero problems with them. I called them recently because I looked at their website and they were like, yeah, what you pay for your internet currently is like $84. For $100, you could get the gig service, the fiber optic gig service. So I was like, yeah, let me call them and do for $20. Let me set that up, right? Um, but of course, being the shelter in place and social distancing, uh, they have to come into the house and do some tests and make sure that the house can tolerate it or something. I'm sure it has to do with lines and stuff. I don't know. Like all you gotta do is throw down a fiber to my house and then give me a special modem and I'm good, right? I mean, that's the basics. Probably oversimplified, but that's the basics of it. So I'll have to wait until they're doing house stuff again. And then I'll probably get the gig speed because for $20 a month, yeah. Nicole put hashtag not sponsored. You are correct with that one, Nicole. All right, I'm about done with my battle. How'd you do with your battles? I'm assuming yours are still. You're about to start another one.
I'm just failing out all the time. Oh, this guy's throwing out his shiny Giratina.
Ooh, that is pretty. I like my Giratina, but that one's prettier than mine. Come on, roll back water, keep on rolling, Mississippi mud. And I'm playing with Swampert. Come on, Swampy. Muddy Waters, do your job. It's not that effective, but they've got Espeon, so their Espeon is. I mean, my Muddy Waters comes up like almost instantly each time. So I saved Swampert for my last, and while it's only taking down measurable chunks, this Espeon is not going to take me down. As I've got 50% health and they've got an attack coming in. Let's see what happens. Foul play. I still got 20% health and Muddy Water pops right back up for the win. Of course, I haven't actually done the attack yet, but I'm presuming for the win. Got it. Oh, crap. He had a third Pokemon that I did not account for. Shoot. I forgot he swapped them.
They generally have 3 Pokemon.
No. I thought I beat his Metagross. Thank you, Nicole. Time for me to go. The boss has spoken. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. It's been cool.
Bye, everyone. Will he win? No, this guy's got another shield left. He's gonna beat me. I really suck at PvP. Don't tell Charles. I haven't even beat his first Pokemon, and he's almost beaten 2 of mine. I am definitely gonna lose this round. Huh. He's not immediately throwing something out, so either he's having connection issues. I don't even know what he threw out. I just know I'm low on HP. Oh, Mewtwo. Yeah, I've lost. My Roserade will lose to this Mewtwo. Alright, and with that loss, I really am going to hit stop streaming.